Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Week 7 discussion board. Today, I'm going to talk about the various non-tax revenue sources that are generally obtained by cities, and then I will also discuss my specific city of Rancho Cucamonga. So I chose to focus on four general non-tax revenue sources that municipalities typically collect. The first one is fees and permits, and these are mainly made up of building permits, parking fees, business licenses, event permits, and so forth. The next one is services, and some municipalities may charge for some specific services they provide. That can be waste collection, sewage, water, various transportation, and these are typically on a subscription model. The third one is investment income, and this income may come in various forms through investments that this municipality makes with their surplus funds, and this can be interest or dividends from stocks or just any return on any of their investments that they've made. And then the fourth one is intergovernmental, and these are the grants that municipalities can get from state or federal programs that they could be various forms of grants, such as block grants or project-specific grants, or public safety. So looking specifically at the city of Rancho Cucamonga, to start, their tax revenues makes up 55% of their total revenue. So I'll be focusing on their non-tax revenues, which is the additional 45%. Starting with the largest percentage is their intergovernmentals at 22% of their total revenue. And this is mainly made up of gas tax and SB1 Trade Corridor Enhancement Program that they've received funds for. You'll also see transfers in at 4%. Actually, the majority of that transfers in is through intergovernmental funds through the American Rescue Plan Act. Those are funds that a one-time funding source they received the previous fiscal year that they actually put in a non-operating account. And then as they have expenditures that are applicable, that ARPA funds are applicable to use to, then they would move that from the non-operating account into the operating budget. Rancho Cucamonga also has the Rancho Cucamonga Municipal Utility, and that it's all electricity that they provide to a portion of the city. So as residents pay for that, that makes up their charges and services, which is 8% of their total revenue. Their investment income, which I discussed in the previous slide, makes up 4%. And they also collect development fees. So as they have developments occur within their city, they charge the developers for building inspections, engineering reviews, planning fees, and so forth, and that makes up 2% of their revenue. And then they have licensing and permits at 2%. So again, that licensing and permits is building permits, business licenses, and so forth. The reason they use these funding sources, mainly because the state provides them those funding sources, so gas tax and SB1 and those intergovernmental fundings. But then for the utility, they're able to provide the utility for their residents. So that's a big chunk of their revenue too as well, their non-tax revenue. And if I can make any recommendations, it would be to try to grow that revenue source, and so that they can service more residents within their city to provide more of a generating revenue source, non-taxable generating revenue source. So thank you very much for watching my presentation, and I look forward to watching yours.